Welcome back here at Budo Fighting Championships. I'm Jamie the Haymaker Hay, here with Jade and Blast Furnace. On to our next fight of the evening. Ali Sohaiki taking on Brad Camps. Sohaiki with the red tape on his gloves and Camps with the blue tape.
Yeah, always good, Jamie, to see, you know, two of the Premier gyms going up against each other. You know, we've got the Aspire boys, Sohaiki's camp, the Manchester top team guys who were Camps' team. Good to see amateurs like this get experience against, you know it's going to be tough opposition when you come against guys from many of these teams.
Sohaiki trying to work his way in straight away there off that jab.
Yeah, Camps looks fast.
Takes a chopping leg kick there though. Trying to wind up that right hand a little bit is Camps. Gets caught though.
Yeah, he just wound up a bit too much, didn't he? Overcommitted a little bit, and he allowed Sohaiki to get in on the hips. And a nice slam.
Trying to work his way under that neck now, but
yeah, Camps fancies that guillotine by the looks of it. Left arm does look quite tight. Right arm's not fully connected yet though.
Once he's passed through though, now he's nice and safe. Trying to work his way into that potential side control. He's in a half guard position now.
Yeah, with Camps' hips twisted like that, it's very hard to work that finish. If you can get onto his left side, it'd be stronger, but that does look quite tight under the chin. If he gets to his left elbow and left hip, he'll be able to put a bit more pressure on that choking arm there.
Can't quite see the connection there.
Yeah, left arm looks in a good position. Hard to see where the right hand is, but the left arm's certainly tight under the chin. You can see Sohaiki grimacing. Camps readjust. He wants to readjust and get onto his left hip.
Camps still looking for it now, not wanting to give that in. He can use it as a sweep if he wanted to there as well. He could have quite easily used that butterfly sweep and gone into the mount from that.
Yeah, harder finish with the arm in as well to get that pull up with the right arm. You know, the left arm's in a good position, but it is possible obviously, but being straight on the choke with your right arm, it makes it a little bit easier to finish, but Sohaiki manages finally to pop his head out.
Yeah, still Sohaiki now looking to put some pressure on from the top now. That's the problem when you go for them guillotines, you end up on the bottom pretty much 90% of the time.
Chucks on another one though. Well, you know, how much energy is he burning out of his arms, getting that constant pinch and squeeze of the guillotine as well.
Good active hip sole from Brad Camps from the bottom. And he's still trying to work his way. Oh, potentially looking for a triangle.
Yeah, he chucks it up. But good savvy there from Sohaiki to pass the guard at the same time. Looked as a head and arm, heads right in the armpit. Opts to punch instead.
Sohaiki not really interested in passing that guard too much. He's happy just to sort of sit and throw some shots, but that's why he keeps getting caught in certain things or attempts that happen at the minute, because he's allowing it to happen where he's sat in a position. He's going for another guillotine there. Yeah,
Camps does the right thing in posting up to one side to get a control of the head, but to get a finish, he really needs to get his hips back on the opposite side. You don't want to be finishing with your guillotine with the opposite hip on the mat. He wants to be turning back in the opposite way. And that's allowing Sohaiki to sort of move past that leg partially or get him flat on his back, and it's been an interesting first round, that, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, he was caught in a few guillotines there throughout that round. The first one probably seemed the closest to the finish as what you'd see.
I think in terms of, Sohaiki did get the takedown, but he's been the only one really under threat at any point. Camps came pretty close, as you say, especially the first guillotine did look tight, but very close first round. You know, a good takedown and some good control. Sohaiki partially passed a couple of times, landed some good ground and pound. Definitely some effective grappling going on from both sides. You know, just because you're on the bottom's not necessarily mean that you have to have lost the round if you've been attacking.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I thought the better grappling actually came from Brad Camps throughout that. He went for more attempts of things, even as soon as he's seen that triangle potentially happen, he went for that. He's gone for things that basically he's kept an open guard throughout. He's gone for whatever he's seen in front of him, which, says a lot during a fight for several attempts in one round for different finishes.
Yeah, really active, always looking for a finish. kick again for Sohaiki, but Camps returns the favour.
Camps just trying to dig them leg kicks in now, trying to make go for that guillotine again. You'll probably see it now, and he has done as well. He's tried to lock them arms up once again.
Yeah, it was good timing from Sohaiki. He's going to try and triangle the legs. He does. Gets that pinch on the legs, get that leg ride position. Can be done even with just one. Camps has freed his right leg, but he can still control one leg. But again, we're trying to work that guillotine in.
He's got one arm on that one this time, so he's going to be struggling from there. And now we're seeing Sohaiki with some top pressure now, that head pressure into the chin and working his way through.
Yeah, and I think that's a better way to go for him. You know, address the guillotine earlier rather than wait and see what happens, and then he can get into a more attacking position and spend his time on top a little bit more usefully.
He still wants it though. I mean, he sees him on the outside there, looking to drive himself through, and I think Camps thinks, I've got that guillotine again, potentially.
Yeah, left arm again in a good position. If he could grab that with his right hand and then get onto his left elbow, it'd be much easier for him to start to work that guillotine finish there. Could even use it as a sweep, as you mentioned before. Butterfly hooks are in. He drops it and likes him drop to his left side there with that position.
Try to drive across with it.
Or if he's not going to move out to that side, use it to affect him with a sweep, or to get his legs back out underneath him and start to work his way back up. A few options from Camp when you've got that chin strap.
He's still not letting it go though, Camps. He still wants to keep hold of that neck. You know, he's probably doing the right thing with that. He's just got to be careful doing too much of the squeezing now, because he can gas himself out, and he's still got another round to go after this, potentially.
Yeah, and Sohaiki's got his arm inside that choking left arm of Brad Camps. He's going to free himself there, and he does.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is blowing your arms out before the third round.
So it's a good position for Sohaiki. He's got to control the leg, sat on one leg, which is going to really stop Camps from being able to work his way back up as easily. And again, you see him constantly trying to retrap that leg to sit on it. And now he needs to let fire with some shots. He needs to start racking up, tallying up some points of his own.
Work a bit of neck control there, trying to work it, you know, from his back. But I'd like to see Camps potentially trying to use that cage to now try and maybe get himself up.
Yeah, as you say that, it looked like he was trying to shove the head down and go for it then. Sohaiki has, you know, readjusted his position. It's his control of Camps' right leg that's really his saving grace at the moment, keeping him down, not allowing him to plant that leg back down, not allowing him to get his knee back up on the mat.
You just don't know what that took out of him that first round, the first few attempts with them guillotines though. Them arms could be absolutely like lead now.
Yeah, so, you know, quite a similar scenario in round two, really. Sohaiki probably had a little bit more time to attack, not spent in the guillotine, but not that many shots landing off the top, not that many telling shots at least. So again, you know, a pretty close round. Camps chucking up the guillotines, but I don't think any of them were as close this time as they were that one in the first round. Very tit for tat between these two.
Going to this third round now. Third and final round here at Budo Fighting Championships.
Could be one apiece for me, Jeremy.
Could well be. Sohaiki certainly taking that second round for me. That first round with the attempts and the work from the bottom, I think Brad Camps took that one for me. So we'll have to see what the judges say on their cards, because, you know, fortunately for us, we're not having to judge it today.
Yeah, for me, if Sohaiki gets on top in round three, you know, I'd really like to see him be busy and try to put a stamp on it. You know, more ground and pound, bigger output will make that a lot cleaner for him. You know, it'd be a lot easier for judges to see if he's busier from the top. He's had some really good control, some really nice takedowns. You know, he could put a stamp on it with just a little bit more work rate from the top.
Nice shot down the pipe there.
Both looping some big shots in now, and he's clipped him with the left. Camps coming in to try to finish.
Be careful,
yeah, I think Sohaiki's got his wits about him. He got dropped briefly. I don't think it was concussive as such.
Got to be careful rushing in though, like you say, you can get caught up on that, and let's see what. There we go, because Sohaiki now has got his wits about him, like you said, and managed to turn it over.
And trapping both legs this time. Makes it a worse position for Camps. Yeah, Camps maybe a little bit over-eager there.
Caught him with that shot as well.
Looking for the guillotine now though, he's got that figure four set up, could have that. Oh boy, arm just slips out as he goes.
It's been a frustrating fight for Camps, this, really. Being on his back for a lot of it. You know, some great work in the first round, and that start of the third there was exactly what he needed, Jay, wasn't it?
Absolutely, and it was yeah, fast and furious start. Zaki will be happy to slow down this tempo a little bit. Looking to work his way past, but gets into the knee shield of Camps. Yeah, if I was saying anything to Camps after this fight, I'd say, you know, when you're underneath, use the opportunities to threaten, but also to open up gaps to try and stand up rather than stay under all the time.
This is better work from Sohaiki, though, this round now. He's really trying to climb that mount, try and
like
work
he
the
wants
pressure.
That triangle, potentially, if he can free that leg. It looked like he was trying to stuff Camps' left arm. Maybe Camps has burnt himself out with all those guillotine attempts. Maybe the arms have gone a little bit.
Boy, that back take, and he's got it.
Yeah, and this is Sohaiki's most dominant position of the fight. He's done well.
Yeah, he's nullifying them hips. He's got to that body lock now as well. And a lot of that behind the leg as well, make this really awkward. He's trying to work in now for all that guillotine, for that rear naked choke, sorry. Trying to work his way across the neck.
Camps doing a good job of fighting the arms at the moment, but the right arm's there now. It's on the jaw, but it's uncomfortable. He's got it pinched. You can get that finish from there.
He's finding it hard to get hold of that. He's finding it really, really hard to get hold of that. Yeah. That outside arm now.
Camps keeping that chin tuck, but Zaki's putting a big squeeze on the jaw.
Doing all the right things by trying to turn his neck in. He's trying to keep hold of that arm. He's struggling to get that second arm off. There we go.
Yeah, he's done a good job. Got right down to the wrist and managed to free up himself a little bit of space. Sohaiki's still in a really dominant, threatening position.
Still trying to work through those. Sohaiki still got that body lock on. As long as he's got that body lock, he's going to be squeezing the life out of Brad Camps here.
And with 10 seconds left, Camps is not going to free himself at this point, and this is the kind of stamp that I think Sohaiki needed. You know, get a dominant position and really work to attack from there. And that's been a very strong final round for him.
After getting caught so early on in that third as well.
And we ain't got the replay at the moment, but I'd like to see how that shot landed, because he did look to have his wits about him when he went down. He didn't look, you know, wobbly or concussed or out of it. He's just maybe landed clean and sent him down, maybe a little bit off balance, so it's hard to tell, but it seemed like it was compass mentis when he went down.
Yeah, he seems to be all there, but then
did land a good shot.
That's where Camps rushed in a little bit for me, and, you know, tried to get in as quick as he could.
Yeah, good performance from both guys. Interesting fight. You know, Camps at his moments came achingly close to guillotine in the first round. So yeah, I mean, eking it out for Sohaiki, that's the way that I would go, but you know, judges keeping a good eye on this. Oh, I'm wrong, Jamie. It is 5 rounds. You're right,
informed, it is 5. Yeah, it's 5
Absolutely.
rounds.
Well, still all to go, and with that in mind, I'll point out, because I was just thinking over in Camps' corner there, he looked certainly like the more fatigued of the two. Sohaiki looks a little bit fresher, Camp looked more fatigued, but who knows when the fight starts, he might get that win back to him.
5 rounds for the title fights here.
Yeah, so here we go, championship rounds in. And Sohaiki in on a double leg again, gets his man down early, and that'll be a big confidence boost. You know, the further the fight's gone on, the more he started to dominate, and the more things have been slipping away from Camps, and getting that takedown at the start of the 4th round, the championship round, that's big for Sohaiki.
I think that 3rd round where he got caught will have definitely given him a nudge to get this to the ground quicker, this one. And that's exactly what he's done, and he's trying to work that top pressure again. Still low.
I think if I'm Sohaiki and you're at this point, and you know, Camps looks like a strong lad, and if I didn't get tapped out by the guillotines when he was fresh in 1 and 2, and they were both on really tight, probably going to be quite confident that, you know, he's going to be able to escape them if it comes to it again. So he don't look phased by Camps' grips anymore. He's looking to control, and he's taking this steady now. Do you know what I mean? He's riding Camps' legs there. He's not doing anything crazy. He doesn't have to put himself in any dicey positions.
Yeah, he's doing a very, very good job of just being controlling now, and you know, really sort of making it awkward for Camps. Camps still looking for that guillotine again here, but like you said there, Jay, you know, at this point you start to potentially think maybe work something slightly different, or try and get yourself back up now.
I would like to see him address the grip though earlier on, because when he addresses the grips, when he's got top position and he's got space, he throws good shots and he's been able to pass the guard. But when Camps has got control of his head and he's keeping him pulled down, it really limits his ability to move. So I'd like to see him start addressing those grips earlier, and then he's not getting stuck in these sort of stalemate positions where his head's tied up. Whether that guillotine's there for Camps or not, it's still, you know, not a great position for Sohaiki to be in.
Again, happy to just keep that position at the minute. Happy to just keep driving through. But again, Sohaiki's got it down. A lot of the work is coming from the bottom, isn't it, once again?
Yeah, Camps is certainly the one that's attacking. The more offensive player at the moment, but now Sohaiki's got his head free. What can he do? And credit to Camps, he starts throwing the legs up straight away, wants to attack, wants a submission. I think it might have been an up kick to a grounded opponent. I think Sohaiki was potentially still on his knees from there. Yeah, the referee saying he was still on his knee. That's okay when your opponent stood up. But Sohaiki's still on the ground when Camps attacked for those up kicks.
Straight to his own corner there. Referee not clocked onto that one.
I think Sohaiki's fine. I don't think he even realised whether there was any foul play or not. Seems okay.
Ready to go back in. Camps looking pretty tired in this fourth round now. He's trying to keep this on his feet and try and see what he did in the start of that third round now.
Yeah, we've seen he's got the power, do you know what I mean? The power to make a difference. With the 10-second clapper gone, Sohaiki shoots for one last takedown. And that's a really close round, Jamie, actually.
Yeah, like I say, you know, for me, the work, again, came from the bottom. You know, the control was there from the top, but to start with, but then at the bottom, you know, halfway through that round, Camps really started to try and just go for as much as he can from the bottom again, and be very active and open, and, you know, again, it was a tough one to call that.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, he had Sohaiki's head ensnared, and even if the guillotine wasn't on, he had it ensnared in that grip for so long, Sohaiki wasn't able to get much offense off from the top. So while he has got it down to that position, you know, has he been offensive enough there to really make an impact? So this could be interesting. Yeah, I mean, there could be a real range of scores here, I think. You know, I could see 3-1 Sohaiki, I could even see 2-2 potentially. I'd like it to be 2-2, just to tee up for the final round. Let's have it even. But either way, these guys have got it all to play for. There's still 3 minutes left. Do either of them have anything in the tank to find a finish at this point? There's a title on the line, probably, you know, first chance for these guys to get their hand on some silverware, so I'm sure they'll both be hungry for it. Who's hungry in the championship rounds, round 5 and a fight like this? It's been a tough, grueling fight, you know, a battle of wills. That's what might be what it comes down to.
Budo Fighting Championship, Flyweight Championship on the line here.
And that's a little bit notably slower on that entry from Sohaiki.
Yeah, nice stiff jab there from Camps as well. So he may close his own distance here, though, with the way he's working in. Can he get that shot, similar sort of shot to it had in the third round, which rocked Sohaiki to his boots? No, Sohaiki's gone again, going straight into that sort of double leg with a pick up this time.
Yeah, he's still got the power to pick him up and take him back to his own corner. And he's going to trap the legs. I thought he might try and turn him a little bit more and get straight outside control there, but
I think the fatigue kicked in there halfway through, carrying him through the air, to be honest with you.
It seemed like a good idea.
Again, Camps looking for that guillotine.
Yeah, you see Sohaiki's got his left arm inside Camps' right arm, which is really stopping him from putting a bigger squeeze on there. And now he's got rid of that grip completely. He needs to really work hard and fast to try and pop his head out, though. He doesn't want Camps getting, again, as we've been saying, it might not be finishing the submission, but he looks to be the one that's attacking.
Again, Sohaiki now in what we've seen a lot of this fight today. He's in that top position in a half guard.
Yeah, smashing that top knee down, good hip pressure, not allowing his opponent much room to escape. He's done a great job of that. Good wrestling, good top control. You know, for me at this point, you know, I feel knows a little bit of some ground and pound. Really tried to leave a lasting impact with the judges. He starts to post up on his arm there. That's what I'd like to see more of him doing, as opposed to trying to snatch the neck straight away, which hasn't been working. You know, when he posted the hand and tried to work his way up, use that position to work his way up instead of, you know, falling flat to his back again, which at this stage in a 5-round fight, in a championship fight, you know, being flat on your back like that, yeah, it's, how it's been construed.
That is the big problem. When, like I say, when you're on your back, you can be working as hard as you want, but if you've got your flat, if you are putting your back on the canvas, you're not winning the fight pretty much most of the time here. I know he's looking at guillotine again, and he's looking for that head pressure where he can start to push Sohaiki off, but he's just not getting away with it in this round. And Sohaiki's doing a much better job of controlling here, though, Jay.
Yeah, definitely. He's kept his head free out of you know, most of the threats. I'd like to see him clear them grips off and get his head off Camp's chest, posture up, and try and land some shots. There's 10 seconds left. You know, can he put a stamp on it here? And he stands up to throw the shots. Good position to finish in for Sohaiki. A very tight fight. You know, great 5-rounder. Great experience for both these young lads. Yeah, and it's really close.
The main bit there, like you say, is the experience for both of these guys. You know, going a 5-round fight at the amateur level. You know, it's a 15-minute fight, the same as what you will be when you turn pro. There's a potential fight, so it's a great experience there. You know, you've got the distance there in a very tough fight, and it was back and forth. You know, a lot of the submission attempts, yes, it did come from the bottom from Brad, but Sohaiki there probably took it in that last round as well.
Yeah, and you got to think ultimately, you know, how many of those submission attempts were really close. I think there was one in the first round that was really close, but other than that, well, and you had Sohaiki's, you know, when he was attacking the back, again, a really dominant position. I'd be looking to probably edge my way into Sohaiki's favour. You know, but there wasn't a blowout round among them. Very close fight, but that's where my money would go.
Absolutely.
Oh,